Today's review, we've got a brand new beer in the supermarkets from Polly's, the supermarket special. I mean, there's a lot of Polly's beers in supermarkets, not quite as attractively canned as this one though. So this is Lupo Calypso, but what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today, Polly's Brew Pale Ale, available in Sainsbury's, 375, Lupo Capisco. I didn't say that right in the intro. It's a pale ale, 5.6%, good level of ABV for a pale ale. 2 hops, Azacca and Citra. So let's crack it open, get it in a glass and see what it's all about. Because the other Polly's ones have been good. Yeah, I mean, the two Morrison's ones, the Pale Ale and the IPA were both good. The West Coast, I'm not a big fan of West Coast, as people know who watch the channel. That was okay. So, yeah, and I had the one in M&S, that was okay as well. But this one, I've definitely seen this one on the in the shop before. You know, probably it's available now from the shop, but I've seen it. I'm sure I've seen it within the last 6 months as well. So we like to think that this is not especially brewed for supermarkets. It's a proper Polly's Pale Ale, and certainly beer in a glass looks like a proper Polly's Pale Ale. So we've got this lovely yellow custardy colour beer, literally a sliver of head. Sometimes I don't know if it's the glass, how I've poured it, but you know, there's not much in the way of the head there, but looks nice and hazy and lots of aroma filling the room. So let's unpack it. Oh, yeah, I mean, grapefruit. It's a real mixture of tropical and citrus. So 1 minute you smell it and you go, oh yeah, there's grapefruit, lemons in there. And then you go, something else in there, a bit more tropical. It smells really good and really inviting. So let's tuck in. Cheers, everyone. Okay, so it's definitely more on the sharpness side. I mean, it seems like a lot of these Polly's beers got a lot more on the grapefruit, and there's a sort of a sharp lemon and a slightly weedy sort of earthiness undertone, I'd almost say. And then you sort of hit with this sort of grapefruit sharpness. Azacca is one of those sort of weird hops. I always say, I like Azacca, but I still don't really know what Azacca really brings to any sort of craft beer party. For me, it's a very citra heavy beer, but I think the Azacca just brings a little bit of earthiness, a bit more weediness, but it's I mean, it's mouthfeel wise, it's pretty soft. It's light, but it's not watery. It certainly goes down smoothly. There's lots of flavour, and it is much more the citrus and the grapefruit side, which I like. I'm a big fan of that sort of flavour. It's solid. I think the only thing is you get a lemony sort of, actually a bit of lemon, lime, grapefruit coming through. And although that's 3 different flavours of fruit, that's about it. There's a sort of earthy undertone underneath. I think that's the Azacca. And then there's a sort of a citrus over the top of it. Lemon, lime and grapefruit. And there's a slight weediness coming through. It's more complex than a lot of pale ales. But generally, if you compare it with IPAs and stuff like that, it's not as complex. I mean, the aroma is probably more complex than the... yeah, man, I smell it now, and I don't know because you've tasted it, but I smell it now, and I'm smelling pretty much the same sort of things I'm tasting. I think it's pretty good, actually, though. For a supermarket beer, there's lots of good points. There's nothing bad about this beer at all. It's just, it's smooth on the mouth. The carbonation is not overly carbonated, which again, supermarket pale ales can sort of have the habit of doing that. It's got lots of flavour. It's not watery. There's no supermarket twang. It's just a very solid pale ale. Probably a little bit more substance than a lot of pale ales, not quite up to the IPA level, and it is a little one note in terms of its citrusy, and there isn't a, it feels like it's missing something. I'm not sure what it is. It's just, as soon as you drink it, you're getting real sharp grapefruit, lemon, lime, almost all combined into one. And then you're left with this slightly dryness and sharpness of that grapefruit sort of rind, really. But it's not bad, and I'm trying to get these videos short, so let's get some scores. Okay, let's do the scores for Lupo Capisco. Lupo Capisco. It's not easy to say, but this artwork is very, I mean, it's, there's a sort of, I've only just noticed, you can see there's a sort of woman's face in here. It's very sort of Picasso-esque. I like it. I do, Polly's do great artwork. Actually, I've seen on their website that you can now buy their can artwork as a sort of print. Who knew? So yeah, Azacca and Citra, 5.6%. Sainsbury's 3.75. We'll start with aroma. Smells pretty good. When I first smelled it, I thought there was lots going on. But now I smell it, I think very similar to the flavour. Citrus, grapefruit, lemons, limes, and that's it. And there's a sort of earthiness as well. But it smells good. It smells inviting. I'm going to give it 13 for aroma. Appearance-wise, well, it's a solid looking beer. We've got well-retained head, actually, even though it was a tiny head, but it's well-retained, lots of lacing, lovely colour. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Flavour-wise, well, I've already said about the flavour. Lemons, limes, grapefruits, an earthy undertone. That's about it. But for a pale ale, it's good. You know, there's a little bit of complexity, not much. There is lots of sort of flavour and hoppiness, which is great. Mouth feels good. So I'm going to give it a 34 for flavour. And value for money, well, 3.75. You think, oh, that's not too bad when you think of the sort of beers that I've reviewed on this channel. But you could probably get a pale ale from Polly's Direct for not much different price for that. Where it becomes good value is if you buy 4 of them from Sainsbury's and you're getting the 4th one for free. So that brings down the price to sort of £3. I say £3. I need to work this out. 3.75 times 3 would be 9, 10.50, 11.25, 11.25 for 4 cans. Yeah, it's under £3. Under £3. So you can get it for under £3 if you buy 4 of them. And there are a few. There's the IPA that's in Morrison's I reviewed, saying it was from Morrison's, is in Sainsbury's as well. Plus you've got a few other ones that are not too bad. I mean, that New Zealand one wasn't too bad. But there's plenty of choice. So you could mix and match quite well and get this for under £3. That's where it comes good value for money. So I'll give it 9 out of 10. And finally, my overall experience. It's a solid pale ale. I don't think it's as good as the Past Future one, which you can see there, that green one there. I think that was better, had a little bit more complexity. There's just a bit more, and a few more hops in it as well, so there's a little bit more difference in flavour, but it's still pretty good. It's still worth your money. I think the IPA is still very good as well, which is that one. I'm going to move my finger, that one there, yeah. Everything works now. I still think that's the best one, followed by this green one, followed by this one, followed by the actual the M&S one, and then lastly will be this one here, which was the West Coast. But these are all pretty good. Polly's are back in the supermarkets with beers that are as good as their normal beers. That's the important thing. They're not specially made for supermarkets and made compromises. You know, comparing to their Rosebud and Florette, the one that they changed the ABV of both of them and they released them, they weren't very good. But this is better. These all are better. So yeah, do yourself a favour. If you're in a supermarket, get yourself a Polly's. I mean, the can artwork will jump off the shelf and you'll be wanting to buy that just because it looks pretty pretty. But it's a 79 out of 100, recommended, right at the high end of recommended. But for a supermarket beer, that's a great score. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've had any favourites in the supermarkets recently. Pop them down in the comments. And until the next one, you know what you do. Drink a craft beer and keep on rocking.